Hello children, welcome back to my literacy class. So today we are going to learn about a poem. Already we have learned cinquain poem and bio poem. This is a different kind and this is the easiest poem of all. So this poem is nothing but acrostic poem. Okay, so even though the name is a little bit different, it's the easiest poem I have ever seen in my life. So you will enjoy this. So it's nothing but in acrostic poems, the first letters of each word are aligned vertically to form a word. Aligned vertically in the sense we say no, standing and sleeping line. So in this poem, all the words that you want, for example, whatever title you choose, you will be writing it one below the other. The words in that title you will be writing one below the other, and from that you will be forming a poem. Okay, and the main important thing is whatever you write should describe about that title. Okay, so I'll tell you what is that. So here is another definition. This we'll look at the last. Okay, so I'll show you the examples of it. So here you can see there are three different acrostic poems. So I've taken it from the internet. You can get lots of poems in internet. So I have taken the easiest one so that it is easy for you to understand what is an acrostic poem. It's very easy. So here the topic, you can see the color difference here. So the topic is nothing but spring. You can see when you read it, you can understand spring. And instead of writing it horizontally, that is a straight line, the poet has written is one below the other. Okay. So the acrostic poem is nothing but you're just abbreviating, or you can say you are just expanding that word. You are finding a new word that starts with S because the title starts with S. The poet has written sunshine, play outside, rainy, insects, new life, growth. So all these words are related to the spring season. In spring season, you can have a sunshine. You can see outside sun really shines. You can play outside because when the sun is shining, you can definitely play. And at times it is rainy, not heavy, but at times it rains. Then there are lots of insect because of rain, and it's termed to be a new life because during the spring season, the flower, the you can see new flowers on your plants, or new leaves on your plants or trees. So it's a new life and growth. Definitely, where there is a new life, it grows. So it all, it's symbolically tells about the spring. So the same way you can see the second title here is cats. So the same way you have to write cats one below the other. C-A-T-S. Cuddly. So it's the character of a cat. You can cuddle it. Okay. And acrobatic. So a cat, does a lot of gymnastic activities. It rolls, it jumps, all those. Then it is tenacious. Tenacious means it holds things very tightly. If you have a cat, you would have seen how tightly it holds things. And softly purring. So these are all the characteristics of a cat. So it is not going out of the topic. Everything talks about the cat. The next title is line. Okay, so this is one of my favorite acrostic poem. So long or short, a line can be long or short. A line can be in any direction. A line never ends. A line extremely it is straight. So what we call it as a line? A line when it is straight. A line can be long. A line can be short. A line can be in any direction. A line never ends at times, and it's straight. So all these are talking about the topic called as line, but each word describes the line here. You don't have to write everything in detail. Okay, so this is one of the examples of acrostic poem. And not only this, you can write acrostic poem for any title you want. So this is a poem. This poem is on my name. So as I said, you can write a poem on your name. Not only your name, anything you can write. So this was gifted by one of my students. So I have copied that from that. Okay. The same way you have to write your name one by one, the spelling of your name one by one, and then you have to describe it. Okay. But when you read the whole poem, it will be about you only. For example, see, here you can see D, daring dancer. H stands for honest. A stands for affectionate. N stands for naughty. Y stands for young and A stands for angry bird. So these are the words that describes me. Okay, and the same thing, you have to be very clear that whenever you start writing an acrostic poem, the topic, the first word and the starting of that poem should be the same. So it should, if the title is D, if it is starting with D, when I'm describing it, you cannot, use some other word there. It should also start with D. Okay, and H, the same way you can see everything here is starting with the same, the same word or the same letter, you can see. So it describes me. Okay, and the same way, it's not necessary that you have to write a poem in only one or two words. It's not necessary. Here you can see this poem is about London. You would have seen here. So it starts with L. So they didn't repeat the word because to make you more, more understanding about this poem, I have repeated that. You don't have to repeat the D again. You can start writing from there itself. So just have to highlight these words. So here you would have seen London is there. So the first L. So what is it? What does it say about London? Lights shine in the bustling city. So lights shine in London. Okay. On the river Thames, boats float by. So Thames River is very famous in London. It's a big river. So on that river, what happens? The boats are floating. And national museums educate and inspire. So there are lots of museums in there where you just not only visit it for just for admiring things or paintings there, you can learn many things. And dreams brought to life on theater stages. So there are many, when we were learning about arts, and in performing arts we read about theater, films and theater. So London is famous for that. You have lots of theaters there where you can learn acting. And there are many actors who go and learn acting from there. And Oxford street shops that entice you in, there are lots of shops there. It's really admirable there, and new experiences everywhere. So these are the sentences that starts with each of these words or letters here. So this is how you have to write the acrostic poem. So I'll give you lots of topics where you can practice it more, but you have to be very clear with the vocabulary and the types of words that you use. Either it can be a verb, or it can be a noun, or it can be a adjective. So most of the time you have to use the adjectives and verbs for your acrostic poem. I hope you would have understood how to write it. So till we meet for the next time, please stay safe, take care, bye.